Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Finally, crackdowns are coming. When, I don't know, but it's a long time in the making. No kidding. The EBT fraud is rampant, and the federal government is finally cracking down on the fraud. Now, here's a warning, okay, for EBT recipients, okay, because the federal government, like I said, is finally cracking down on the fraud. And we're not just talking about a slap on the hand, okay? We're talking 10, 15 years in prison, depending on the amount that you took fraudulently from the government. Yeah.
So I heard this lady finna get 10 to 15 years in prison for food stamp fraud. Apparently, they got proof of who is defrauding the system, and they coming to locking people up. So the ones that be on Facebook and Instagram and all that talk about how you got stamps and how you just did this and this, they're coming for you. Y'all really think that these people don't see where these food stamps is really going? You think they're just giving y'all food stamps and not keeping track? Boy, they finna do a sweep, just like for the PPP loans, just like them drops y'all was doing. A lot of people feel like just because the local police ain't catch them and, you feel me, they ain't went to jail yet, that ain't nothing gonna happen. Sometimes the government sit back and let you do 10 years worth of bad stuff and then bring that rap sheet to the state and say, yo, this is what we want. They've been doing this for 10 years. Give them 10 years. Y'all better, boy, y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. They cracking down.
Because not for nothing, a lot of us are sick and tired of funding your lifestyles. You know, we work our butts off to try and live the kind of life that we want to live. But yet, we have to feed you, feed your children, fund your lifestyles. Okay? I mean, I know that it's still unclear when millions of low-income families, American families, will get their benefits completely restored. And I understand that. And I know that the struggle is real for the families that literally need the government assistance. Okay? I understand that. Believe me, I do. But EBT fraud is facing renewed scrutiny in cities nationwide. But let's take a look at what happened in Seattle, Washington, where community activists say that this administration and also state leaders should use this downtime to put in new enforcement measures. And why? Because people who have inner demons, I'll just say that, are using their SNAP benefits to feed their demons.
If it wasn't for SNAP benefits, I wouldn't be able to feed my children.
As millions of low-income Americans wait for food stamp benefits to be fully restored. Does it work?
I don't know.
Seattle's Chinatown International District is facing another kind of problem around this government assistance program.
Fraudulently using food stamp cards.
Last month, SPD arrested 11 people in a food stamp fraud ring, with several more suspects still at large.
Police say that cash would then be used to buy drugs in the Chinatown International District.
But even after this massive bust, the hustlers are now back in business.
You guys selling EBTs?
Yeah.
How much?
50.
We went straight to the epicenter of this black market.
That's it? Okay, but how much you want for that then?
25.
25? Ooh. I mean, I'll take $10.
The moment I arrived,
How do I know you got credit on that?
several people offered me their food stamp cards for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, 300. 300.
These guys ended up arguing with each other because they were both competing for my business.
Oh, that's yours? I thought that's his.
No, it's mine. He was helping me out.
So they could feed their fentanyl addiction. Here's how it works. A runner took me to this local grocery store, asked me to pick out $200 worth of items, and said I could have it all for half the cost. That's a $100 savings. I did not follow through for obvious legal reasons.
All right. You got one too?
Even as I was trying to leave, I was getting hounded by more food stamp card sellers.
He's breathing, so he's okay.
Breathing,
He's
you sure?
alive. Yeah.
But community activist Tanya Wu says others come to Chinatown and take advantage of the system every day.
Know what the cycle looks like. We know there's folks coming out to take advantage of people who are addicted.
Creating an ecosystem of crime and chaos. Out of all the neighborhoods in the city, the CID consistently ranks in the top 3 for fights, shootings, and drug deals.
We're overwhelmed.
Wu says the Trump administration, along with state leaders, should use this downtime to find a better way to enforce food stamp fraud,
We all want the same thing. We all want this to stop.
which by some estimates costs taxpayers more than $10 billion per year.
Person selling all that soda.
If there is one silver lining to food stamps being cut,
Well, if you don't have EBT cards, Brandon, what are you going to do?
neighbors in this area say they've seen less illegal activity on the streets.
You know that selling is illegal, right?
Yeah, and they just took EBT away, so now I couldn't even if I wanted to.
But Wu says it's only a matter of time before it all comes roaring back.
There should be presence here, constant presence.
But there are no officers here right now.
We're in there. Yep, and we hardly ever see the officers here. Fortunately, we know that this department is overwhelmed.
But yet, I know people who have actually come to me and told me their story about how they are disabled and they try to apply for food stamps and they make $20 too much a month. $20. But yet, that last video, how the hell were they able to fraudulently get away? Well, not get away, but until they were found out, $20,000. But yet, when you go and you tell the truth that you make too much, $20 too much in your Social Security disability benefits, you don't get food stamps because you make $20 too much a month. $20. Let that sit and spin in your head. $20. So you can't now you can't feed yourself because you're disabled. Okay? Blows the mind, doesn't it? Okay, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less and God bless. Ciao.
When people think of food stamp fraud, they don't think of faces like this. Married couple facing food stamp fraud charges for reportedly falsifying income to obtain more than $20,000 in SNAP benefits. $20,000. But let's unpackage this even more though. In our community, we say that in order for you to get these food stamps, the man gotta be out the home, huh? This is a married couple. And they get to have their government assistance and keep their nuclear family intact, what we see. That's definitely a sarcastic joke. Some of y'all might not get it, but oh well.
They failed to report proper income information on SNAP documents. Now, Dennis and Jennifer Phillips arrested in connection to fraudulently receiving more than $20,000 worth of those benefits. Now, SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Law enforcement officials say they failed to report the wife's income for several years, leading to the issues of benefits they were not supposed to receive.
And before I go, here's a story about the fraud in that's high up in the numbers, $20,000 to be exact. $20,000 in EBT food stamps. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That could feed a lot of people. But yet this one couple fraudulently got a hold of $20,000 in government funding. It just blows your mind. It really does. How the hell were they able to do such a thing?